Welcome back to the Cryptoverse channel, everybody. And right now, Bitcoin is currently pulling back just as I expected. Ethereum pulled back just as I expected. Same with Solana, same with XRP, and with Chainlink. And the USDT perfectly played out what I was expecting, a little relief rally to get a little bit over the oversold zone. So as you can see right here. So I'm going to talk about all of that later in the video. So let's get straight into it. So here we are, Bitcoin. We're actually bouncing up a little bit, even though we got the pullback that I was expecting. I was expecting a little bit more. So as you can see, a 4% pullback. That's a lot for a coin like Bitcoin, that it's very volatile. For example, that's like millions lost right there with just a 4% pullback. And of course, with a pump, that's a lot of money coming in and stuff. So just keep that in mind. But as you can see right here, you can even do something like this. Like I told you guys before, I love my channels. So you can do something like this and be like, hey, we break again into this little channel. So what now? We'll be looking forward to sweep up some of this liquidity, like right here and possibly right here. And like I said before, don't forget this area I've told you guys about a long time ago. Right here, I still name it the what? The danger zone, you know? So keep that in mind. That's the danger zone. So if Bitcoin keeps going up like this, eventually massive resistance is going to come above here. Massive resistance. Okay, before we continue with the video, please make sure you like and subscribe. And all the links are down below where I normally trade. So if you want to go to Kraken, you have it there. BitUnix. We have BYDFi. We have Weeks. So you can trade in all of these platforms. And not only that, in these platforms, they have stocks now that you can just buy and hold there for long term, or you can trade and sell them unlimited of amount of time. So please make sure you click the link down below the video and go support your boy. Okay, let's continue with the video. So like I told you guys before, same thing with Bitcoin. Okay, don't forget, once we get into this danger zone, a lot of people are going to be looking to sell. But do be careful though, we still have this bearish divergence in the 4-hour time frame, and nothing has confirmed yet. Sorry about that. Nothing has confirmed yet. Like, oh, it's over. No, it's not over, because as you can draw a line right here, you can do something like this right there, and something like this. Okay, that's a bearish divergence. The only way it's going to be invalidated is a break above this, and not only that, a little break above this one to form a new bearish divergence. There's a possibility of that. So just keep that in mind, okay? So, so that's that for what I think about the short term for Bitcoin in the 4-hourly time frame especially. And that normally takes about a couple days or so when it plays out, okay? And the daily, nothing has changed really. Like I told you guys, we can come up here, so and so forth. But the weekly is what's going to be massive, like I told you guys. Massive for the weekly. You need the weekly to close above the danger zone. The danger zone is where you want the weekly time frame to close above. If it doesn't close above it, then we don't have no structure, because then you can just be like, hey, what's this? This is just a low here, a high here, and then another low, and then of course this never took out this high, so it's just the same interior like type of structure. So that's not gonna matter at all, but that's why you want this to close above it. So that will be massive for Bitcoin. Okay, now let's go to Ethereum. So Ethereum, pretty much the same thing. We have that bearish divergent that's still playing, a little like double top, if you want to say, however you want to call this one. So the way we can invalidate this one is to break above, same thing. But if we break above, bearish, because we will be forming something like this, like that, a new bearish divergence. Okay, so keep that in mind as well for Ethereum. So, and like I told you guys, Ethereum, not, it's just like Bitcoin, you want Ethereum to close above here. We rejected last week, but now we're still over here trying to fight it again. We went up again, we dropped below again. we're still struggling above these areas for Ethereum, which is not good. Okay, and one of the reasons this is also struggling, like we said before, this is very close to breaking out the weekly and just closing above the is because of the Bitcoin dominance. As you can see right here, the Bitcoin dominant, I have this parallel channel, like I told you guys in the channel, and I will keep saying it over and over. Markets love moving in channels. And sorry about that, I'm getting messages. Market love moving in channels, and as you can see right here, the Bitcoin dominance is pumping like massive. We're at 60% right now. So, and I think we're gonna keep going higher, as you can see right here. This is where I think the Bitcoin dominance is going to go, and hopefully I can remind you guys again in the future. Right here is my target for the Bitcoin dominance, whether you like it or not. Right up here at 65%. It's going to happen again. Believe it or not, it's going to happen. Okay, you see that in the future, so just keep that in mind. Okay, that's enough for Ethereum. Let's go to Solana. Solana, not much has changed, but what has changed also, we have damn near a double top, if you want to call this one. Look at that, perfect double top. So just be careful if you trade in these markets. You don't want to go high leverage right now, because anything can happen right now. We can pump, sure, we can break it. Like I said, we pump, it's bearish because we're going to form a new one. Or we dump, it's still bearish, of course. So just be caution, now it's not the time to go high leverage in your positions. So now what is it for Solana? You might be wondering. I want Solana to hold this channel that it has been ascending on like a long time ago, since June of 2026. Look at that, we have just been distributing, and then we break above, of course. So now we're trying our best to stay above it. So I want us to stay above it. If we stay above it, I think we see higher price. If we break back below, that's bearish. I think we come back all the way down to $81. And I've told you guys before, in the future, this line will be charged. I don't know when, whether 1 or 2 years from now, it will be charged, and possibly it's going to be broken. Okay, so just keep that in mind about Solana. It's going to be broken. Okay, so that's that for Solana. But as you can see, lots and lots of supports. Right here is a nice support around $87 to $90. That's a nice support area for Solana. And then you have massive support at $84 all the way to $82. So no big deal right there for Solana. Solana will have plenty of support if we start breaking down from these key levels. Okay, now let's go to XRP. So XRP, like I said before, it's one of those strong cryptos, but everything on XRP is just a little messed up to trade for me, just because the way it's looking, like the weekly, like what is this? It's just a nice pump one, and then the second week just went up higher. So, but if you want to trade this in XRP, I would say you might be a little too late, because everything changes like way down here. This was the change of character on the daily, if you're looking at it as SMC. So what now for XRP? I think we're going to chop, reset the RSI a little bit. As you can see right here, we're still in the overbought area, so I think we're going to reset it or chop a little bit where we can come back down, and then of course we can get back into the overbought zone. So just keep that in mind for XRP. And then of course, if XRP is going to pull back, same thing, just take your fibs, draw it like this. And for me, I love my fibs, my retracement to be around the 0.5 all the way to the 0.786, which is going to be perfect. It's perfect because that's all the fair value gap. You might be wondering, hey, why not this one? I don't think this one will matter that much, just because this is where the fibs are. So this one will come in the perfect time for XRP. Okay, so now Chainlink. And Chainlink is also one of those strong cryptos. So I think, like I said before, this week is going to be a key turning point for these crypto markets. Whether we close above with the weekly candle close on most of them, or we close below again, and then we start dropping. Of course, we might close there in the following weeks, but who knows? But you want to close now so you can show massive strength. Okay, so Chainlink, if we go to the 1 hour time frame right here, you can even try to draw a little channel, because why not? I love channels. You can draw something like that, or just draw a line. Why not? And if you see a break above here, and once you see the break, for example, this is how I will play this break. Okay. Once you see a break above here, you just make sure once it breaks above there, we don't close below here again, because this is the last low that trigger this break above this line. So make sure there's no closing. We can wick below, but never close below it. Okay. Then of course we can target $15, like I've been telling you guys for quite a while now. $15 is still in the table. That's where you want Chainlink to close, because that's a massive resistance coming up there. Okay, so that's that for Chainlink. You want this market to come up here, retest, but I think we might reject it down here, come back, mitigate a little bit if we get to $15 at it. But that day when Chainlink will break above here, above all this, you see this, above all this right here, that day will come. I don't know when, but it's going to be a massive move to a new all-time high, in my opinion. I've told you guys, and I'll keep repeating it for you guys over and over. This is what Chainlink will be doing when that day come up here, take this, pull back a little bit, and then guess what? We pump. That's what I think Chainlink is going to do. Or plan B, we just went straight to the moon. So just keep that in mind for Chainlink. Okay, now let's go to the bad guy, the USDT. As you can see right here, this is the USDT, and it played out the 4-hourly bullish divergence perfectly. It's not over yet, because 4-hourly the bullish divergence normally takes a couple days or so, sometimes even close to a week. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so none of this, all this is just normal pullbacks. Anything can still happen, as long as, let me see right here, I will say, yep, right here is perfect, as long as the USDT hold this low, in my opinion, because this low will be too far down, in my opinion. So as you can see right here, it's too far down, because then that's going to pretty much, if we come back down here, it's going to put us in here, inside the channel. So that's not going to be a good look. So you want to hold right up here for USDT. If you are a USDT holder or sideline holder like me, so you want this market to hold this position, then we can pretty much rally a little bit. So it will do something like this, as you can see, and then something like this. And we go back up to go retest some of these levels. Okay, so keep that in mind. And of course, I'll give you guys maybe a little update tomorrow or something. Okay, but that's it for the video. I hope you guys like and subscribe. So make sure you go check out those links again. You have massive discounts, and then you have some trading bonuses as well. So all right, I will see you guys in the next video. So take care and peace.